Do you often find yourself tossing and turning at night, watching the clock tick by, feeling more tired when you wake up than when you went to bed? Have you noticed your energy dwindling during the day, your focus slipping, or perhaps little aches and pains becoming more persistent? It's a painful reality many of us face as we get a bit older. The idea that a good night's sleep is just a fond memory, something for the young. But what if I told you that the secret to reclaiming restful sleep, boosting your energy, sharpening your mind, and even adding vibrant, healthy years to your life isn't found in a pill or a complex routine? What if the answer lies right in your very own bedroom, perhaps in plain sight? You see, for many of us, our bedrooms have slowly, almost imperceptibly, become places that actively work against our sleep rather than for it. We fill them with things that disrupt our natural rhythms, heighten our stress, and make truly restorative rest almost impossible. And when sleep suffers, everything else starts to unravel. Our mood, our memory, our immune system, even our heart health. Chronic poor sleep isn't just an inconvenience. It's a silent drain on our vitality and a major factor in how well and how long we live. But the good news is, you have the power to change this. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 5 common items or habits that many seniors unknowingly keep in their bedrooms that are sabotaging their sleep and, by extension, their health and longevity. We'll talk about why they're harmful and, more importantly, what simple, practical steps you can take to remove them and transform your bedroom into the peaceful sanctuary it's meant to be. This isn't about making drastic, expensive changes. It's about understanding the subtle ways your environment impacts your biology and making small, powerful adjustments that can yield huge results for your sleep and overall well-being. So, watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you, something that might be the single biggest factor affecting your sleep right now. Let's begin by looking at the first thing that might be robbing you of precious sleep, and it's something almost all of us are guilty of keeping right beside our beds: our digital screens and electronic devices. Think about it: your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, maybe even a television. These ubiquitous gadgets have become such an integrated part of our lives that we often don't think twice about having them in the bedroom. But here's the stark truth: they are one of the biggest saboteurs of healthy sleep, especially as we age. The primary culprit is the blue light these screens emit. This isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a powerful signal to your brain. Blue light, specifically, mimics the light of the daytime sun, telling your body that it's time to be awake and alert. When you expose yourself to this kind of light in the hours leading up to bedtime, you are actively disrupting your body's natural production of melatonin, the crucial hormone that signals to your body that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. Your brain literally gets confused, thinking it's still broad daylight when you're trying to drift off. Now, you might be thinking, but I just scroll for a few minutes before bed. It helps me relax. Or, I like to watch a show to unwind. While it might feel like you're relaxing, the constant stream of information, the notifications, the endless scrolling, all of this keeps your brain actively engaged and stimulated. It's the exact opposite of what your brain needs to do to transition into a restful sleep state. Instead of unwinding, your mind is processing new information, reacting to content, and perhaps even experiencing slight surges of adrenaline or cortisol. The stress hormone, especially if you stumble upon news or social media posts that are upsetting or highly stimulating. This mental arousal makes it incredibly difficult for your brain to switch off and enter the slow, deep waves of sleep that are essential for cognitive restoration and memory consolidation. For seniors, whose sleep architecture already tends to shift towards lighter, more fragmented sleep, this blue light exposure and mental stimulation can be particularly detrimental, leading to even more wakefulness during the night and poorer sleep quality overall. So, what's the actionable step here? It's simpler than you might think, though perhaps a bit challenging to implement at first if you're used to your nighttime tech routine. The goal is to create a digital detox zone in your bedroom, especially in the hour or two before you plan to go to sleep. This means physically removing your phone, tablet, and laptop from the bedroom entirely. If you use your phone as an alarm, Consider investing in an old-fashioned alarm clock, one that doesn't emit a harsh light or have a snooze button that encourages fragmented sleep. Charge your devices in another room, like the kitchen or living room. This not only removes the blue light temptation, but also eliminates the subconscious pull of notifications or the urge to just check one more thing, if you absolutely must have a screen nearby for an emergency. At least activate the night shift or warm light settings on your device, which filter out some of the blue light and significantly dim the screen brightness. But ideally, no screens at all for at least 60 to 90 minutes before your head hits the pillow. Instead, replace that screen time with something truly relaxing, like reading a physical book under a warm, dim light, listening to calming music or a podcast, or even doing some gentle stretching or meditation. This simple act of putting your devices out of reach can make an astonishing difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how deeply you stay asleep. You'll be amazed at how much calmer your mind feels. Moving on from our digital distractions, let's turn our attention to something perhaps less obvious but equally impactful: excessive clutter in your bedroom. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What does a bit of clutter have to do with sleep? The answer is quite a lot. Actually, our environment has a profound effect on our mental state, and a cluttered space often translates to a cluttered mind. Imagine walking into a room filled with piles of clothes, stacks of old magazines, unread books, or a disorganized nightstand. Even if you don't consciously register it as stressful, your brain does. Each item represents a tiny unfinished task, a decision not made, or something that needs attention. This constant low-level visual and mental stimulation keeps your brain on high alert, making it difficult to truly unwind and relax when it's time for sleep. It's like having a dozen open tabs in your mind that you can't quite close. For seniors, this can be even more pronounced. Over the years, we accumulate belongings, and sometimes our bedrooms become convenient storage spaces for things that don't quite fit elsewhere. But the bedroom, above all rooms in your home, should be a sanctuary of peace and tranquility. It should evoke feelings of calm, comfort, and safety. When it's filled with visual noise, it becomes a source of subtle anxiety, making it harder for your nervous system to quiet down before bed. Research even suggests that a cluttered environment can increase levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which is precisely what you don't want when trying to fall asleep. Think of it this way: a calm, ordered space helps create a calm, ordered mind. A chaotic space, on the other hand, can lead to restless thoughts and a feeling of being overwhelmed. So, the actionable step here is to declutter your bedroom with intention. Start small, perhaps with your nightstand. Remove everything except for the absolute essentials: a lamp with a warm, dim bulb, a glass of water, perhaps a book you're reading for pleasure, and maybe a small box for a tissue or two. Put away any medications that don't need to be immediately accessible during the night, as seeing them can sometimes trigger health anxieties right before bed. Next, tackle visible surfaces, like dressers or chairs. If you have closed chairs where garments tend to pile up, find a proper home for them, whether it's in the wardrobe, a laundry basket, or folded neatly in a drawer. Consider whether items like exercise equipment, paperwork, or crafting supplies truly belong in the bedroom, or if they would be better housed in a different area of your home. The goal is to create clear, unobstructed surfaces and pathways, allowing your eyes and your mind to rest. Before bed each night, take 5 minutes to simply tidy up. Put things back in their place, smooth out your bedspread, and just take a moment to appreciate the calm. Clean space. This ritual can signal to your brain that the day's tasks are done, and it's time to transition into a peaceful state. Now that we've discussed clearing out our digital distractions and our visual clutter, let's move on to something truly fundamental to your comfort and sleep quality: your old, worn-out bedding. This might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. Your mattress, your pillows, and even your sheets have a significant impact on the quality of your sleep. And unfortunately, they don't last forever. Many people hold on to their mattresses for far too long, sometimes for 15, 20 years, or even more, long past their useful lifespan. Think about it. You spend roughly 1/3 of your life on your mattress. Over time, mattresses lose their support, develop dips and lumps, and become breeding grounds for dust mites and allergens. An old, unsupportive mattress can lead to aches and pains, particularly in your back, neck, and hips, making it incredibly difficult to find a comfortable position and stay asleep throughout the night. If you wake up with stiffness, numbness, or just generally feel unrested, your mattress is very likely a major culprit. It's not just about comfort. It's about proper spinal alignment, which is crucial for preventing chronic pain and allowing your muscles to fully relax during sleep. Pillows are just as important. An old, flat, or lumpy pillow can fail to provide adequate support for your neck and head, leading to tension headaches, neck pain, and even snoring. Just like mattresses, pillows accumulate dust mites, skin cells, and allergens that can trigger respiratory issues, nasal congestion, and itchy eyes, all of which disrupt sleep. And don't forget your sheets. While perhaps less impactful than your mattress and pillows, worn-out sheets can be rough or not breathable, leading to discomfort, overheating, or skin irritation, making it harder to stay cool and comfortable. So, what's the actionable advice here first? Evaluate your mattress. Most mattresses, even high-quality ones, have a lifespan of about 7 to 10 years, if yours is older than that, or if you can feel springs, lumps, or significant indentations. It's time to consider an upgrade. You don't necessarily need the most expensive option. Focus on finding a mattress that provides good support and comfort for your body type and preferred sleeping position. When you lie down, your spine should maintain a relatively straight line. As for pillows, they generally need to be replaced every 1 to 2 years. A good test is to fold your pillow in half. If it doesn't spring back to its original shape, it's probably time for a new one. Choose pillows that support the natural curve of your neck. Whether you're a side, back, or stomach sleeper. For sheets, opt for natural, breathable fabrics like cotton or linen. These materials help regulate your body temperature, preventing overheating and ensuring you stay comfortable throughout the night. Regular washing of your sheets and pillowcases at least once a week is also crucial to minimize allergens and keep your sleep environment fresh and clean. Investing in better bedding isn't just a luxury. It's an investment in your health, your comfort, and ultimately, your longevity. Now, let's turn our attention to something a bit more subtle. Something you might not even realize is affecting your sleep strong. Artificial scents and harsh cleaning chemicals in your bedroom. Many of us enjoy a pleasant smell, and the market is flooded with products designed to make our homes smell fresh. Air fresheners, plug-ins, scented candles, diffusers with essential oils, and even laundry detergents with powerful fragrances. While these might seem innocuous, or even appealing, they can be surprisingly disruptive to your sleep and your health, especially for sensitive individuals or those prone to allergies or respiratory issues. The issue with many artificial fragrances is that they often contain volatile organic compounds, VOCs, and other synthetic chemicals that can irritate your respiratory system, trigger headaches, or even lead to nausea. Think about that cloying, overwhelming scent that sometimes comes from a fabric softener or a plug-in air freshener. These aren't natural and they aren't harmless. Inhaling these chemicals throughout the night can lead to nasal congestion, coughing, and difficulty breathing, which directly interferes with the restful sleep. Even some natural essential oils, while generally safer, can be too potent when diffused continuously throughout the night, potentially causing irritation rather than relaxation. Furthermore, the harsh cleaning products we use to keep our bedroom sparkling clean, floor cleaners, furniture polish, glass cleaner, often leave behind chemical residues and lingering fumes that can also irritate your airways and contribute to a less than ideal sleep environment. Your bedroom should be a place where the air is as clean and fresh as possible, allowing your body to relax and your lungs to breathe freely. So, what's the solution? The best approach is to minimize, or ideally eliminate, artificial fragrances and harsh chemicals from your bedroom. Instead of chemical air fresheners, consider opening your windows regularly to air out the room and bring in fresh outdoor air. Natural ventilation is the simplest and most effective way to keep your bedroom smelling fresh and free of stale air or chemical buildup. If you enjoy a subtle scent, Consider placing a small bowl of natural potpourri with dried flowers, or using a diffuser with a very light concentration of calming essential oils like lavender, but only for a short period before bed, not throughout the night. When it comes to cleaning, opt for natural, non-toxic cleaning products. Simple solutions like white vinegar and baking soda can clean most surfaces effectively without leaving behind irritating fumes. Choose laundry detergents that are fragrance-free or hypoallergenic for your bedding. By creating a truly clean and scent-neutral environment, you'll be doing your respiratory system and your sleep quality a huge favor, allowing your body to relax deeply without fighting against airborne irritants. Finally, let's talk about the fifth thing that might be silently undermining your sleep: keeping stimulating materials or work-related items in your bedroom. Think about it. Books that get your mind racing, challenging puzzles, stacks of paperwork from your volunteer work, bills that need to be paid, or even hobbies that require intense focus, like intricate knitting projects or model building. While these activities are certainly valuable and enjoyable, the bedroom should be reserved primarily for sleep and relaxation, not for activities that engage your brain in a problem-solving or highly active way. When you bring stimulating materials into your bedroom, you create an association between the space and mental activity rather than rest. Your brain starts to view your bedroom not as a sanctuary for winding down, but as another place where you need to be productive or mentally engaged. This makes it incredibly difficult to switch off when it's time to sleep. For seniors, maintaining a strong sleep hygiene routine and creating clear boundaries between active time and rest time is crucial. If you're lying in bed, glancing at a stack of bills on your dresser, or pondering a complex plot twist in a thriller novel, your mind stays in a state of alertness, making it hard for your body to fully relax and transition into sleep. You might find yourself replaying conversations, planning tomorrow's tasks, or worrying about finances, all because these mental triggers are within your sight and reach. The bedroom should be a calm, quiet haven where your brain knows it's time to let go of the day's stresses and prepare for deep rest. So, the clear, actionable step here is to banish anything that encourages mental stimulation or reminds you of your daily responsibilities from your bedroom. This includes moving those stacks of bills and paperwork to a home office or a designated command center elsewhere in your house. If you enjoy reading, choose light, calming fiction or nonfiction that won't get your adrenaline pumping. Better yet, finish your reading in a comfortable chair in another room before coming to bed. Puzzles, crafting, supplies, and other engaging hobbies should also find a home outside the bedroom. Create a clear distinction. Your living room, study, or even a corner of your dining room can be your active zone for these mentally stimulating pursuits. When you step into your bedroom, it should be a clear signal to your brain and body that it's time to unwind, relax, and prepare for restorative sleep. This conscious effort to keep your bedroom free from mental triggers will help you establish a powerful association between your sleep space and peaceful slumber, ultimately leading to faster sleep onset and deeper, more uninterrupted rest. Remember, achieving truly restorative sleep isn't about grand gestures or expensive renovations. It's often about making small, consistent changes to your environment and habits. By removing these 5 common things from your bedroom: the digital screens, the excessive clutter, the old, worn-out bedding, the harsh artificial scents, and the stimulating materials, you are actively transforming your sleep sanctuary into a place that truly supports your body's natural ability to rest and rejuvenate. Each of these steps, whether it's putting your phone to charge in the kitchen, tidying your nightstand, finally replacing that lumpy pillow, opening a window instead of lighting a scented candle, or simply moving your reading chair to the living room, contributes significantly to creating an environment conducive to deep, healing sleep. Think of your bedroom as your personal reset button for mind and body. When you nurture this space, you're not just improving your sleep quality for one night. You're investing in your long-term health, your mental clarity, your energy levels, and ultimately, your ability to live a longer, more vibrant life. Good sleep is foundational to everything else. It boosts your immune system, sharpens your memory, regulates your mood, and even helps protect your heart. So, don't underestimate the power you have to make these simple yet profound changes. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to embrace each new day with vitality. We'd love to hear from you. Have you tried removing any of these items from your bedroom? And what difference did it make for your sleep? Share your experiences and any other tips you might have in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else on their journey to better sleep. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people who could benefit from this advice. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more practical tips and encouragement on living your best life at every age. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, a truly restful night is within your reach. Live your best life at every age.